everybody! Today's book is 10 Little Ninjas. Miranda Paul is our author, so she wrote all of the words. See if you can turn your ears on to listen for the rhyming words. And Nate Wragg is our illustrator, so he created these beautiful, bright illustrations, all of the pictures. Wait a minute! I noticed something strange on these end pages. It's a big sticker. The sticker says, "A gift to the library." I got this book at my library. It's one of my favorite places to go. And I got a whole stack of books the last time I went. This is one of them. Now this is a special sticker. It says it's in honor of Barbara and Arnold Seymour. Barbara and Arnold Seymour did something really kind for the library, and the library was able to buy this book. Also notice on our end pages, lots of things. They don't all look like ninja things. Now I see nunchucks. What do you see? Do you see this race car? The pirate's hat? Do you see that shark? Or the cowboy hat? Or the lasso? Or the dragon? Do you see the tiger? I see a green beetle and an astronaut. Wow. I see so many things that aren't related to ninjas. But here it says, 10 little ninjas. 10 little ninjas. Sneaking out of bed, one jumped off and bumped her head. Oh no. Daddy called the sensei, and the sensei said, "No more ninjas sneaking out of bed." 9 tiny astronauts zooming in the dark. One tried to land and, ouch, missed his mark. Daddy called the pilot, and the pilot barked, "No more astronauts zooming in the dark." 8 rapid racers revving out the gate. One left late and, I couldn't drive straight. Daddy called the marshal, and the marshal said, "Wait! No more racers revving out the gate." 7 prowling tigers roaming through the hall. One turned back and whacked the wall. Oh no! Daddy called the keeper, and the keeper called, "Oh, no more tigers roaming through the hall." 6 rowdy cowboys lassoing the rail. One loop swooped. Oh no, and then it failed. Daddy called the sheriff, and the sheriff wailed, "No more cowboys lassoing the rails." 5 hungry reef sharks swimming lazy laps. One swished off and snap, got trapped. Daddy called the lifeguard, and the lifeguard yapped, "No more reef sharks swimming lazy laps." 4 thirsty firefighters trekking to the sink. One got splashed and dropped his drink. Daddy called the mayor, and the mayor winked. No more firefighters trekking to the sink. Do you know how to wink? Do you know how to blink? Can you blink with me? When we blink, we close and open both eyes. Let's blink 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Now let's try winking. Winking is when we close one eye. 2, 3. Winking is tricky. See if if you can find out who is the best winker in your house. Who can wink the most winks in a row? Is it you? All right, we had 4 little firefighters, but one got soaking wet. 3 quiet pirates sailing across the floor. One got tired and started to snore. Daddy called the captain, and the captain got on board and said, "No more pirates sailing across the floor." 2 sleepy dragons struggling to fly. One gave up and waved goodbye. Daddy called the wizard, and the wizard sighed. No more dragons struggling to fly. Looks like a tired wizard. One little cuttlebug curling on the spread. She dozed off on Daddy's head. Daddy called the mama, and together they said, "Attention, everyone, back to bed." Do you think they listened this time? Have you been listening at home when it's time for bed? Let's see if they listen. It looks dark and quiet. No little ninjas sneaking out of bed. None jumped off and bumped their heads. Daddy turned the lights out, and then everyone said, what do you think they said? Oh my gosh, they all fell asleep. I'm so proud of them. Do you know what I loved about this book? I loved the costumes. I loved that the kids got to use their imaginations and dress up like all different characters and animals and have a lot of fun. Do you ever like to dress up in different costumes or play pretend like you're a different kind of animal? Let's see who the characters were in the book. We had our ninja and an astronaut, race car driver, a tiger, a cowgirl, a shark, a firefighter, a dragon, a beetle, and a pirate. I thought it would be really fun to dress up like one of these characters. And if you have any costumes at home, that's something really fun that you can do. You might even convince your grown-up to dress up too. I'll show you which one I picked. I picked the pirate, and I made myself a pirate eye patch. I did. Do you know what a pirate's favorite letter is? Ah, you think it's R, but it's really the C. One of my favorite librarians, Miss Rachel, taught me that joke. Now, I didn't have a pirate eye patch, but I remembered I did have a headband, and I always have paper around, so I got my headband, and then I drew a black circle on a piece of paper, and I colored it all in, and then I cut it out very carefully. And then I knew I needed to be able to get it onto my headband. So I put 2 little holes in the paper. Oh, and look, it's another one of those papers that I used on one side, but not the other. Now, if you want to make a hole in a paper, I suggest asking your grown-up. But since I'm a grown-up, I got to put the holes in myself. And very carefully, so I don't break my eye patch, put it in the first hole, and there it comes. And then I put it in the second hole, and there it goes. And I slide it all around. Now I can wear my eye patch on this eye, or if I I move it. I can wear it on the other eye, matey. Arr. Well, I hope you have a chance to do some dressing up and imagining, and I hope you can even get your grown-up involved. We don't get a lot of chances for that, but we always appreciate being asked. Well, our 10 Little Ninjas book made me think not just of getting to dress up. It made me think of a game that I play in my classroom with my owls, and we call it the dice game. Now, the dice game involves dice. These you can usually find maybe in one of your games at your house. I would ask a grown-up if there's any dice you're allowed to use to play the dice game, and they'll help you get some. But if you can't find any dice, I have an idea. I made my own sides of the dice. So there are 6 sides, and each one has a different number of dots. This one has 1 dot. So I cut out a square and I drew 1 dot. This one has 4 dots. So on my square I put 4 dots. You can make squares with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 dots on them. And all you're gonna need is somewhere to put the pieces of paper, like fold them up and you can put them in a bowl. I had an old oatmeal container that I was putting them in, and you can reach your hand in and draw one out and see what number you got. Or if you're playing with a dice, dice are very fun. For a dice, you get to roll it in your hand and drop it on the table and see which side lands facing up. This was a 4. That means I get to make 4 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 dots. And then it's the next person's turn to play the game. So they'll either get to roll the dice or pick a paper square from a bowl or an old box or a bag you can reuse. And they'll get to draw the number of dots that they chose or that they rolled. And when you're finished playing the game, you get to count up all your dots, and whoever rolled the most dots wins. Sometimes I like to play this game at snack or at lunch. If I'm gonna have 20 raisins for lunch, or maybe your grown-up says you're gonna have 15 goldfish, you can put all the goldfish in a bowl, all 15 of them, and then roll the dice. And however many you roll, 3 is how many goldfish or raisins you get to take at that time. Somebody else gets to roll, and you get to roll again to see how many more you get to have. That's a couple of ways that we use counting and dice in the OWL classroom. All right, the last thing I really wanted to do was ask you if this book reminded you of any songs you know. It reminded me of a book about monkeys, and the monkeys don't hold still, and instead they like to jump, and they like to jump on the bed. And some bad news is those monkeys fall off and bonk their heads. Will you stand up and do 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed with me? It's one of my favorites. And if you don't feel like standing up, or maybe sitting is your way of being, you can use your fingers, and each little finger is a monkey. All right. 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped its head. Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped its head. Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." 1, 2, 3. 3 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped its head. Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." 2 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped its head. Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." Last little monkey. Do you think this little monkey has learned the lesson? Do you think this monkey's ready to stop jumping on the bed? One little monkey jumping on the bed. It fell off and bumped its head. Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." No more monkeys jumping on the bed. Thank you for doing one of my favorite songs with me. Thank you for counting with me. And thank you for coming aboard this wild ride across the sea today. I hope you liked 10 Little Ninjas. I hope that you are using your library resources to check out some library books while you're at home. Have a great night and a great day, and be kind.